Why do I not on this channel ever talk about Amazon? And also, why do I go into eBay content but don't have a full channel on just eBay, right? Like that would get me a lot more views than I currently got, right? Why am I not just an eBay seller? And why do I have phone stores? Why am I somebody that resells products? Why am I somebody that flips phones? Why not just do eBay? Now, in this video, I'm going to be comparing eBay versus Amazon and giving you guys the unfiltered truth from a flipper that literally has been doing this for over 10 years. Now, and not just doing this, but this has been my mainstream income. Reselling is something I wake up every single day and I benefit from, and to be honest, it has had its ups and downs. Now, when it comes to Amazon and when it comes to eBay, I did these for way over 30 days, right? This isn't a challenge. This is actually me giving you guys the true opinion from the results and also the experiences that I've had. Now, if you're a reseller looking to start and you're trying to figure out which platform to utilize, this video is for you. If you're a reseller that may be selling on both of these platforms, or if you're somebody that was watching a bunch of videos based on people's success using and utilizing these platforms, this video is for you as well, because I'm going to be deep diving into my experience, my results, and exactly what you should watch out for. Now, if you guys don't know, my name is Brandon Jones. I specialize in helping you guys make more money work for you. Make sure you guys are subscribing and of course liking the video. Leave a comment down and holla at your boy. I respond to all comments. And of course, I hope you guys are paying attention. Now let's get into the video. The platforms have completely opposite setup processes, and this is what turned me off. Now, mind you, I actually started reselling online utilizing Amazon because I wanted to make the most money. Felt like I could get in front of more people, and to be exact and give you guys some numbers, Amazon has around like 340 million users and eBay has like 115 million. So Amazon obviously is a clear winner when it comes to the platform size and also being able to reach more consumers. Now, I sell electronics, and I know for a fact that when I am in phone stores, I see a bunch of customers when they buy phones or buy any type of device, they always go on Amazon for that accessory that they need instead of buying it in person. So why would I not want to utilize that platform? Well, I'm explaining. Now, when it comes to eBay, and I wrote some notes, eBay's setup process is like this, right? You create an account and you list immediately, no approvals needed, right? Back in the day, it used to be where they would actually give you like higher seller limits and increased seller limits and increased listings based upon what you're actually doing, what business you own. But it's not like that anymore. They give you a standard 250 listings, I believe. And I love the fact that eBay is really simplistic, and they've always made it more simplistic as time has went on. Now, no invoices required to list products. Any product can be tested quickly. You can list in as many as you want as far as the product quantity. Listings go live literally in minutes, and you can control your pricing and the variances, which are like the bundles, right? But I want to backtrack a little bit because I said something that I just really have to emphasize. You can list products immediately. I don't want to go on to any other platforms, but I will say this: most platforms nowadays that are selling platforms for resellers like us, they actually don't let us list immediately. Like, when have you actually listed on TikTok and saw your listing immediately, or Walmart or Best Buy or any of those other platforms that you're listing on? eBay is one of those platforms that makes sure your listing is available ASAP. And I like that, right? Now, Amazon's setup is a little bit different. You must find correct ASIN. So I think that like the UPCs and the bar, I think that is important. But with Amazon, you have to have it. The categories are restricted. Don't like that. And that's where I ran into a lot of roadblocks, especially when I first started reselling. I came with the assumption that I actually couldn't resell certain products because Amazon wouldn't allow me to. Now, when that happened, that actually affected my money, but also my mental, because I started thinking to myself when I try to sell products online that I need to make sure I have the UPC, the correct invoice to match. I have to do all of these things in order to sell, and I didn't even start selling on eBay, so I didn't know that this wasn't normal. I didn't know that these restrictions were actually something put in place to protect the platform, but it's just an extra precaution. It's not something that's mandatory for all selling apps, right? Now, invoice approvals, that is something that you need as well. There's a bunch of things, and I want to give Amazon credit. I think that they do this because they want to make sure that their buyers are safe or that the sellers aren't scammers, and I get that, but it's a little excessive, right? If I want to list a charger, I got to make sure I am verified to list chargers, and I got to make sure I give them invoices, and these all are things, again, when I go to a wholesaler or I go to a store that is selling wholesale products, I got to give them a reseller's permit, business license, an EIN, so that my LLC paperwork, and I got to make sure they know where to tax me. So I do get it, but again, when you're having the option to list on different platforms, I'm going to choose a beginner-friendly platform way before a barrier-heavy platform, right? A platform that is making me do just a little too much for the inventory for me to list. And that's another thing. With Amazon, when I list, they're not immediately available. I have to wait to make sure that this is something that's approved. I kind of feel like I am being watched and that I don't have full control. And that bothers me a lot with platforms that dictate what I'm listing and not. This is really awesome when it comes to protecting the buyers. And I think that's why they have a more successful conglomerate, as far as the company. And again, I applaud Amazon for that. But as a reseller, setup wise, I'm always choosing eBay. eBay is going to cost me less to start. Amazon is also going to charge me to start. I got to pay to actually start an Amazon account. Without making any money, I got to pay. You know how many times I've actually helped students and also myself got restricted and I still didn't get my refund from me actually paying the list on Amazon. Like, there's a bunch of problems, I think, with the setups. There's also, for the business Amazon account, a time where I actually had to sit in front of my phone, schedule a date, and sit in front of an Amazon rep, and we had to basically do an interview so I can list products on Amazon. That is ridiculous, and I'm gonna honestly say it, eBay takes the cake here. eBay is 100% way smoother whether you're creating a business eBay account or a personal eBay account to actually set up and start. Now let's talk about fees, right? So eBay has listing fees and also Amazon does too. Now let's backtrack. Amazon charges us to actually create an account and sell. eBay's free, but Amazon also is taking money from us for listing. Okay, right? Great, because they have a bunch of users. I get it. We're on the same page. Okay, cool. Now, moving forward, right? eBay's fees, 12 to 15% final value fees on most of them, on most sales, okay? So again, depending on your category, you're going to be paying a listing fee, right? So a sales fee. Now, again, I don't think that we shouldn't be charged anything because obviously we're utilizing another platform that is doing the marketing and promoting for us, so we get it, right? Now, optional, you can literally promote your listings too, which we'll talk about in a second. There's no storage fees. You hold on to the inventory at home. There's no FBA, right? Now, the fees are deducted after the sale, and that's what I like too. At least they're not deducted because we signed up and have an account, okay? That's important. All right. Now, profits are really clear. You can see it in the eBay dashboard when you do your looks. As far as the fees, you're doing your checks, you're looking at the metrics. Obviously, this is something obtainable. Now, Amazon fees, you have referral fees of 15% on every sale. You have also the FBA fees for picking, packing, and shipping, which a lot of the YouTubers are not telling you when they're talking about Amazon FBA. And I'm just an Amazon FBA seller, and I make $125,000 a year because I am just that girl or that guy, and I'm just, no, listen, it's all about the fees. A lot of the bread that you see people making, they're not showing on their dashboard the fees Amazon is taking out. Now, speaking of transparency, I think that, again, it's harder, in my opinion, to keep track of all my fees when I'm consistently being promoted Amazon FBA, when I have a bunch of products that I'm waiting to get listed. I still gotta submit invoices. I still gotta make sure that I'm available or able to sell for this category. It's a lot of paperwork, but I'm not saying that these are all things not worth it. Now, Amazon, when it comes to their fees and their cost to start, it could be worth it depending on if you are already making money when it comes to your products. Now, let me actually digress and break that down. If I'm somebody that is already making money, maybe on OfferUp or maybe in person, I would quickly choose Amazon, no matter how much they charge me, over eBay. If I'm somebody that has a store and my store is doing well and I'm already making good profit, yes, I'll pay for Amazon's platform to promote my products even more. Because see, you gotta think about it, I get put in front of more eyes. It's a well-known brand, way better than eBay. And at this point, I have cash to actually play around with, right? So I'll do some marketing and etc. But again, I think that, when I created this video, my main intent was to talk to the people that have a budget, right? Like you care about the investment that you're putting out, and you don't want to just make that investment blindly, nor do you want to just do it just to be seen by as many people as possible, because being seen doesn't mean you're going to actually convert. That's important. All right. Now, you got the ads that are obviously we all use, especially when it comes to eBay. And I think that the ads, again, are a huge difference between Amazon and eBay. Because while you have to have approvals and you have the FBA option with Amazon, I feel like still having to promote a little absurd. Like, think about it. I'm paying for you to stock my products and I'm shipping the products to you, but then I also gotta promote the product. But it's like, well, if I'm gonna have a full fulfillment aspect, you should be promoting these products automatically for. Now, I know that may go over some people's heads, so how about this? Let's break down the promotions between eBay and Amazon. Okay, so I composed 5 bullet points for each, right? Number 1, promoting listings are optional. You don't have to do it on eBay because you still can reach people. Listen, how many of us have listed something on eBay we didn't think people would even buy? And that's the thing that sells over the things that we think people are gonna be attracted to. Like you can go ahead and list something in your crib and that go ahead and sell before you list those headphones that are Apple or whatever, right? Like eBay has an interesting consumer market. I feel that everyone on there, instead of doing their research, they are attracted to that platform because of the trust that they may have had or still do have based on their longevity of having eBay accounts, right? Like some people are just, you can choose rates as low as 2 to 5%, which I do all the time. So eBay allows you to change your percentages based upon what you want them to promote and take from your listing, right? So you can go ahead and try to do a general promotion and you can do 2%, 5%, 12%, 15%, 50%, right? And the higher your percentage, the more you're going to obviously pay, but also be promoted. And I think that's really cool. It gives you the power. And that's where I think I'm more drawn to eBay, because I'm someone that wants to take the power and actually own that responsibility. And I like that, right? Now, listings can be still organic, right? Like you could promote it, but it still don't come off as, hey, this is being promoted by my stuff. Because I think certain customers, they look at promoted listings like, why is this guy going so hard? I know for some products that I'm buying, if it really needs to be high quality, I don't think I'm gonna buy just a product because it's being promoted, right? I probably would look at it, but then I'm thinking, well, this is being promoted, so that's being paid to be shown in front of me. Well, eBay has a subtle promotional listing template, and I like it, right? I feel like, yes, it shows that it's promoted, but it's very discreet. And also, you don't have to spend daily. It's more so of a percentage breakdown, and I like that. Now, promotion fees are only charged after items are sold. That's a big difference. I want to make that clear. That's a big difference. Now, Amazon though, PPC ads are often required to get visibility. Now, you must set daily budgets and bids, and ads happen to take money from you before you actually sell the product. That is a big deterrent for me. Think about it like this. You just create a website and you get a coupon on Shopify or Wix for $500 for Google Ads. You say, oh my God, I'm gonna go to Google Ads, because this happened to me before. So I go to Google Ads and I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and get this thing running. Then it's like, well, you gotta spend the $500 to get the $500 credit. I'm not spending $500 for this website that I ain't even get to try yet, right? Like, it's like, I'd rather see it work before it actually is being money blood sucking leech from my pockets. I want to actually get some profit first. And that's important to me, right? You're competing with a high range of sellers, but most importantly, when it comes to promotions with Amazon, you're actually competing with Amazon itself. Now, this is something that drove me basically off the platform. I was selling really well. There were times I had multiple Amazon accounts. Amazon, don't flag any of my accounts, please. You know, it was periods where I see Amazon's choice product above my product and I'm promoting my product. But why am I promoting my product when Amazon is promoting their product above my product? And the product is the same. And if they see Amazon's choice, obviously they're going to choose that, right? So I feel like if I'm going to promote, I want that Amazon choice to be over my product, but neither here or there. It's just a preference, I guess. I don't really like that. I don't like that I have to spend the money before it sells. And I also don't like the fact that I can't hone in the power of how much I want to spend on that ad. And I think that a lot of these things are really small to some and big to others. I think when it comes to reselling, you know, I want to make sure that I'm keeping as much as possible so I can put it back into a product. And, you know, that's one reason why I didn't break down too much of the numbers yet, because sometimes we get caught up in numbers. You can make way more on Amazon than you will on eBay, but also we're not talking about the fees. And we're also not talking about the fact that the product that you're selling could actually be sold a lot more if you actually had a platform that did not throw you through loops and hurdles just to list it, right? And funny fact is, I was gonna do I tested eBay versus Amazon for 30 days video. And this is really a good example. So I have an eBay business account. I have a Amazon business account. Well, my Amazon business account got taken down and they didn't even list any of the products on that account because they're saying I have another account. But like, I think that, again, those type of roadblocks bother me. And then I can't even do the unbanning method with Amazon because they're way too in debt. And I don't even want to waste my bread trying to create another one and it don't work. So like Amazon, eBay, Amazon is the clear winner when it comes to being a new reseller. And I don't think a new reseller needs to see a video of a whole bunch of bullshit ass screenshots telling you that you're going to make this amount of money just to persuade you to go to a certain platform. I feel like the information trumps the entertainment, right? And I just want to make this clear, guys. When you come here to watch my videos, I want you guys to walk away with the information needed for you to make the decisions, the hard ones that maybe go against your belief, right? And again, I don't say, or never would say, don't sell on Amazon at all, but definitely try to do it when you are already getting good cash flow, because Amazon will make you lose money to make money. But also, it's a monopoly. It's something that actually bothers me because it seems to be competing against its own sellers. And that's a big issue to me. eBay doesn't sell their own products in my category, I would say, right? Now, yes, they promote some more than others, but again, I don't see eBay as a clear competitor. So that's my breakdown of Amazon versus eBay. I will be doing more in-depth breakdowns. If you guys want the one where I am showing you guys some product breakdowns, definitely comment breakdown below. And then when you comment breakdown, I will start working on putting that together. Because again, I just want to know if you guys are even interested in seeing the difference, if it's helping you. So just let me know, man. It helps me get in the algorithm when you guys comment. Plus, it helps me learn exactly what content to bring you guys that will help you more than what I can think of on a surface level. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video.